Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Batra and this is your favorite show, Daily Calls, a show that answers all your stock-specific questions on the show. In case you're here for the first time, well, the WhatsApp number is flashing on your screens. This is where you send me all the questions you have regarding the stocks in your portfolio or onto your watch list as well. We'll get top 2 market experts to guide you through all your stock queries. Now, don't forget to mention your own name, location and your contact details when you send us the questions, as we can give you an opportunity to talk live to the top market experts who join in today to give you a custom-made advice for your own portfolio. So don't wait too much. Start sending in all your questions. Alternatively, you can also log on to our YouTube channel, that's Business Today. Go on to the Daily Calls Live and use the comment section there to also send me some of your questions. Remember, today we'll be having 2 top market experts to guide you through your stock queries. Nilesh Jain, Head of Vice President, Technicals and Derivatives Research at Centrum Broking, will be joining in first, and then at 12:30 we will have Prashant Tapsi, Senior Vice President Research Analyst at Mehta Equities, joining in as well. So start sending your questions. I'll also welcome all our viewers who are joining in on our YouTube. We have Nancy joining in. We also have Somalia joining in. We have Ravi Lal also joining in. Aarti, Vinita Gupta. Welcome to everybody who's joining in. Manoj Bhai, warm welcome. A lot of our people are also joining in on our WhatsApp. So start sending in your questions quickly. I'll be happy to take up all of them. Let me just quickly help you understand what's the mood of the markets right now. So at halftime, you can look at a 96 point of a rally on the Nifty, which is comfortably into the green, 24,967 odd levels. Amid slight choppiness, although, because the India VIX levels are also rising at this point in time, about 2% higher in trade or so. But if you look at, most of the sectors are actually supporting the sentiments. Look at IT. That's the one that's driving from the front today. 2.8% of a rally on the IT index. It's at the day's high point, be it the large caps or the broader market sectors, stocks that are all supporting the IT index at large. Real estate is also up by 1%. Consumer durables, metals, even the broader markets, mid and small caps, are also supporting the sentiment, at least at this point in time as well. Let me also look at some of the stocks within the IT pack that are hovering higher. Infosys, TCS, these are the stocks that are hovering higher. Wipro, HCL Tech, in fact, the top 5 movers on the Nifty, all of them are from the IT stocks. So that's where the entire focus of the markets is today. Let me also highlight for you some of the stocks that are buzzing as far as the F&O action is concerned. Jubilant FoodWorks, 4.5% of a rally on this one after a fairly long bit of time. Look at Jindal Stainless, Vodafone Idea, Emphasis. These are all the stocks that are buzzing pretty strong in trade at this point in time. Let me also ask you to look at even the drags, top drags on the F&O space. It's the capital market stocks that were also seeing some pressure in the previous week, still continuing to drag. Look at Angel One, for instance. That's the one that is under pressure at this point in time. In the morning, we also did see BSE, CDSL also showing us some weakness. We're now joined by our top guest, Nilesh Jain, Head and Vice President of Technicals and Derivatives Research at Centrum, with us. Welcome to you, Nilesh. Good to have you with us. Your sense on the markets. We're nearing the 25,000 mark yet again. But remember, this week is going to be a truncated one, even if we look at a lot of moving parts. Domestically, there'll be GDP news. There'll also be RIL AGM to look at, and of course the looming tariff deadline on August 27. So many moving parts, and amidst that, bulls are trying to move up. How do you expect the markets to move?
Very good afternoon to you, Sakshi. Absolutely quite an eventful week. We have this truncated one. Again, another one that's the monthly of an expiry for the Nifty and Bank Nifty as well. So we are expecting market to remain a bit volatile. As you have rightly pointed out, we are inching closer to 25,000, but it is going to be important to see whether Nifty manages to surpass the immediate hurdle of 25,000. There's not only a psychological barrier, but also the 50-day moving average also plays exactly at 25,000 mark. So a cluster of resistance at 25,000, a decisive breakout is awaited. Post breakout, we can expect a rally towards 25,200, 25,300. There could be possibility of a short covering move in the coming sessions, provided if Nifty breaks above 25,000, since there are a lot of call writers are active at 25,000 strike. So it is important to see whether Nifty takes out that mark. We are expecting the Nifty to trade in the range of 24,800 to 25,200. So that's the broader 400 point trading range for the Nifty as of now. The undertone looks positive. The focus should be on stock specific action. The broader markets are also looking slightly on a positive side. So we can expect a momentum to continue on stock specific and sector specific. Whereas on index, breakout is still awaited. One should ideally keep an eye on that.
Okay, fair point. I hope this has also given an overall view to all our viewers as to how to look at the markets and the sentiment. Without waiting too much, Nilesh, let's start taking some questions that are coming in from our viewers then. We have a lot of list of our viewers who are joining in on our YouTube live. So welcome to everybody. Let's start off by taking Nancy's question first. This is the first question that we have on our YouTube. Nancy says, good afternoon. I want to know whether I can buy Prism Johnson at the current levels. You know, I have already got the stock in my portfolio at 146. Also wants to know whether there will be a breakout that she can expect here.
Well, Swati, just give me a minute. Let me just open the stock.
Sure. So Prism Johnson is among the cement makers. The stock has had, you know, a volatile past. You know, if you look at the stock price, currently it's hovering around 150 odd levels, 0.4% of an uptick. Our viewer Nancy has bought the stock at 146. Wants to know breakout kab aayega isme.
Right, so Prism Johnson, which is currently trading at 150 rupees, and the counter is going through some bit of consolidation. The breakout level is placed somewhere around 158. So if it breaks above 158, then there could be possibility of a follow-up towards 165, 170. But as of now, जो हिसाब से निचले स्तरों से एक rebound देख रहे हैं, I think there could be possibility of this momentum to continue in the short run towards 160 to 165. It has a very strong support at 140. So ideally, one should keep a stop loss at 140 and stay put in the long positions. And buy and decline strategy can also be deployed.
Okay, let's take the next one. This one is this question from Anuj Singh. Anuj Singh says, good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to you as well, Anuj. The question is on EPAC Durable. This is the share that he already has in his portfolio at the rate of 217. ये पूछना चाहते हैं कि लगभग इसमें 75% तक का इनको ऑलरेडी प्रॉफिट हो रहा है. तो सबसे पहले तो अनुज जी आपको बधाई इस प्रॉफिट के लिए. अब ये जानना चाहते हैं कि प्रॉफिट लेकर निकल जाएं या अभी भी बने रहने में इनको फायदा हो सकता है.
See, Swati, first of all, this particular counter is going through some bit of consolidation. Currently, it is at 391, right? In fact, it has been trading in this range of 350, 400 quite a bit long time. In fact, it has been almost 6 to 8 months now. Abhi bane rahe. The reason being, it is on the verge of a breakout. If it breaks above 400, 400 का level cross करता है, तो ये बड़े consolidation का breakout होगा. देन 500 तक की अपसाइड यहाँ पे बनती हुई नजर आ सकती है. तो यहाँ पर एक छोटा सा स्टॉप लॉस लगाने की सलाह की जो होगा 372 का. 372 के टेलिंग स्टॉप लॉस से लॉन्ग पोजीशन में बने रह सकते हैं एंड अगर ब्रेकआउट आ जाता है तो बड़ी अपसाइड यहाँ पर देखने को मिलेगी.
ओके, फेयर पॉइंट. आई होप यहाँ पर भी आपको राय मिल चुकी है और जो आप उम्मीद कर रहे थे उसमें आपको क्लैरिटी मिली है. आरती जैन का नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है और लिखती हैं, हाय नीलेश, आई वांट टू नो वेदर आई कैन बाय जामना ऑटो एंड ऑल्सो अशोक लेलैंड फ्रॉम द ऑटो स्टॉक एंड द ऑटो एंसिलरी स्टॉक्स बिकॉज अ लॉट ऑफ न्यूज फ्लो इज कमिंग इन. आई कैन ऑल्सो वेट टिल द टाइम यू गिव मी अ सजेशन.
See, Jamna Auto recently witnessed a good momentum, but soon after that it has faced resistance at 110 and witnessed some bit of profit taking. Now looking at the overall structure, it is forming a big rounding quarter formation. A breakout above 110 will open upside towards 120 to 130. So ideally there are two ways to trade. First of all, either you can preempt the breakout, which as of now is not seems likely on immediate basis, and then probably you can buy. And another strategy could be wait for a breakout of 110, then a fresh long position can be deployed. If at all it moves in the range of 95 to 100, that can be a good entry point. Keeping a stop loss below 90, इस particular stock को portfolio में add करके चल सकते हैं. 90 should be your stick stop loss because that's the very strong support for this particular counter.
Okay, fair point. I hope this has also helped you out in taking a clear view there. Let's take the next one. We have this question from one of our other viewers on our YouTube, and this one is from Shomalia Biswas. He's from Kolkata. He says, I have 7 lots of Nifty, and this is for 28th August expiry, and 24,900 put option is what I have at 51. I want to know about the target of this option. What should I do? Should I hold or not?
Could you please repeat the strike that?
Absolutely. So this is 51.45 and 24,900 put option.
See, market today, if you see, has given a good momentum.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
25,000 is the breakout zone, as we have just pointed out. So 25,000, if it breaks, then a strong momentum is expected on the back of short covering, because in this week we have monthly FN expiry. So it is going to be very important to see if Nifty breaks those barrier. There could be possibility of Nifty giving that breakout, because today we are witnessing a strong momentum. Just in case if Nifty unable to surpass the same, and if it slips below 24,900, then there could be possibility of further drag toward 24,800 as well. So in this long position, you should keep a stop loss in the underlying. 24,900 should be a stop loss. If in the spot level Nifty breaks below 24,900, then probably you can stay put with your put position, और वहाँ पे बड़ी अपसाइड देखने को मिल सकती है. एंड स्टॉप लॉस शुड बी 25,000 के ऊपर निफ्टी निकलता है, एग्जिट फ्रॉम द लॉन्ग पुट ऑप्शन, because then probably we can expect a rally towards 25,100, 25,200.
Got that. I hope this has also given you some clarity there. Let me take another one. This one is one of our viewers. Ravi Lal says, this is my favorite show. Thank you so much, Ravi Lal, for writing in such wonderful words for daily calls. I hope this show is truly helping you out in your investment journey. Next one is from Manoj Bhai Kapadia. लिखते हैं, मेरे पास फोर्स मोटर के 10 शेयर्स हैं, मैंने 20,000 के भाव पे लिए हैं, 3 महीने में रुक सकता हूं. मैं जानना चाहता हूं कि क्या लेवल में एक्सपेक्ट कर सकता हूं अगले 3 महीनों में. 20,100 लेवल्स पर लिए हैं, तो डेफिनेटली प्रॉफिट में तो है, क्योंकि 20,260 20,270 के लेवल पर देखने को मिल रहा है. 3 महीने के लिए क्या स्ट्रैटेजी अपनाएं?
बिल्कुल, देखिए काफी बेहतरीन स्ट्रक्चर है. इफ यू कैन जस्ट पुल आउट द चार्ट ऑफ लास्ट 6 मंथ्स, यू कैन क्लियरली सी एक वर्टिकल अपमूव यहाँ पे देखने को मिला है. राइजिंग चैनल में काउंटर ट्रेड हो रहा है. हाई टॉप एंड हाई बॉटम फॉर्मेशन, क्लासिक जो कॉपी बुक स्टाइल हाई टॉप एंड हाई बॉटम फॉर्मेशन है, वो यहाँ पे देखने को मिल रहा है. बट देयर कुड बी पॉसिबिलिटी ऑफ सम बिट ऑफ प्रॉफिट टेकिंग. 20,000 19,800 तक काउंटर आ सकता है. बट ओवरऑल नेक्स्ट 3 मंथ्स के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से आई थिंक दिस स्टॉक हैज अ पोटेंशियल टू टेस्ट 20,800 21,000 प्लस तक के लेवल्स यहाँ पे देखने को मिल सकते हैं. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू शुड कीप अ स्टॉप लॉस एज वेल. सो 18,900, roughly around 19,000 should be a stop loss for the long position. Since it's a positional buy, then 21,000 plus kind of levels can be seen.
ओके, गॉट दैट. चलिए, बहुत सारे हमारे पास जो सवाल आ रहे हैं, ये हमें व्हाट्सएप के जरिए भी लगातार मिल रहे हैं. बहुत सारे लोग जुड़ रहे हैं व्हाट्सएप पर, तो एक एक करके कुछ सवाल यहाँ पर भी ले लेते हैं. मोमिता का कोलकाता से नेक्स्ट हमारे पास क्वेश्चन आया है. लिखते हैं, हाय साक्षी, हैप्पी मंडे टू यू ऑल्सो मोमिता. वी एक्चुअली स्टार्टेड ऑफ मंडे ऑन अ पॉजिटिव नोट, सो लेट्स होप दैट दिस पैन्स आउट वेल. द क्वेश्चन इज, आई होल्ड JK पेपर at 395 since 1 month, and I want to know what is the target for this that I can expect. In fact, all the paper stocks have been buzzing since morning. Talk about Imami, Malu paper, JK paper, they've all been rallying. Look at JK paper, it's been holding on to 12-13 odd %. We'd marked out for all our viewers in the morning show also that the paper stocks are in clear buzz. Nilesh, any suggestion on JK paper holding since 395 since 1 month, but now is when the prices are coming back to those levels? What's your suggestion here?
Right, so there was one of the news that broke out today. Because of that, the paper stocks are buzzing. As far as this particular segment is concerned, it's kind of a cyclical. We usually see this kind of momentum on the back of news only. Now, after today's spurt, it's not advisable to chase this counter. If somebody is already holding the JK paper, this particular counter, then I believe one should stay put, because the stock is trading well above all long-term and short-term moving averages. The structure looks strong. 420, 440 kind of levels can be seen on the upside, with the stop loss below 380. long position can be held. Fresh buying can be done on declines only. So within paper space, JK Paper continues to remain our preferred bet. That's the stock that we are tracking as well. So looks good on to play a short-term momentum, but fresh longs can only be initiated on declines.
Okay, got that. I hope this has also given you some understanding. Let's take the next one then. We have this question on our YouTube. Ankur Modi writes in, says, hi Sakshi, hope you're doing well. I'm very well. Thank you for asking, Ankur. The question is on CDSL and NSDL. Which one is better at current levels? And if I have a 5-year time horizon, which one should I look for? Interesting question there, Ankur, that you have. NSDL is one of the recently listed IPOs and CDSL, we've seen in the last 7 years how the stock has actually been a big multi-bagger, giving over 900% kind of returns. And now is the question, should you go for a new one or should you continue to trust the one that has already been there? Both of them are in similar businesses of depositories, even though NSDL bats more for the institutional investors and CDSL has more retail investors. How would you explain if one has to choose between these two? It's a tough call.
Right, Sakshi. It's a tough call for me as well, because if you see CDSL, it's already a listed entity since a long time, and we have enough data. In fact, it has got listed in the year 2017. So we have around 8-9 years kind of data for this particular counter. So we'll be able to comment on this particular stock. So for next 3-year, 5-year kind of time frame, first of all, both the stocks are in the same business and look strong on the chart. NSDL is a recent listing. I don't have enough data to comment on that. But looking at the business and looking at the overall industry as a whole for next 3 to 5 years, is going to be likely to go upward. So CDSL looks strong. One should have this particular counter in the portfolio. But usually we see a lot of volatility in this particular counter on the back of some news. So ideal strategy should be to buy in a staggered manner, buy in multiple tranches, divide equal amount in both NSDL and CDSL. That can be a good strategy to play. But as far as CDSL is concerned, it has a potential to go to move towards 2,500 to 3,000 from a short to medium term perspective. As of now, purely from a technical point of view, 1250, 1300 is a very strong support. So that should be your stop loss. And 2,000, 2,500 can be seen in next 6 to 8 months. Given the time frame of 5 years, I think the stock has a potential to deliver 20-25% kind of CAGR.
Okay, got that. I hope this is also given you a lot of understanding there. Let's take another one. This one is from Sunil Kumar. He says, good afternoon. Can you please let me know on Grasim what exactly should be my strategy? I bought this at 2,850. I have a 1 to 1.5 years time of a time frame. What should I be doing here? Well, Nilesh, how would you explain on this cement space as well? In fact, in the last 1 week, we've been seeing all those sectors that are hopeful of GST rate cuts have been in focus, and Grasim also being from the cement space, which currently attracts 28% GST, is hopeful that rate will be coming down to 18%. How would you look at Grasim?
See, Grasim, if you pull up last 1 year chart for this particular counter, you can clearly see the stock has done nothing. In fact, it has been in a time-wise correction. So that we have already seen. Now it's time for this particular counter to break the consolidation zone. The breakout level is placed at 2,900. Right now it's at 2,800. So there are high possibility of breaking the barrier in a very short-term time frame. So from next 6 to 8 months of 1 year kind of time frame, I think the stock has a potential to move towards 2,800 to 3,200, 2,800 to 3,200 kind of levels can be seen in next 8 to 12 months kind of time frame. So it's a good stock to be into. And cement as a play, cement as a whole from next 6 to 8 months perspective is looking positive. It's already, as you have rightly pointed out, Sakshi is already at the upper slab of 28%. So there are high chances of GST rate to come down. So that will be a big positive for the cement space as a whole. But on technical front, Grasim looks strong. Given a 1 year kind of time frame, you should keep a stop loss at 2,550 and momentum can be seen towards 3,800 to 2,200.
Okay, fair point. Let's take the next one. This one is from Chetan. He says, Nilesh sir, could you tell me what is the future of Blue Jet Healthcare? Now, this is from a mid-cap, I think, pharma space. And currently, I think it's 5% down also in trade today. So there is some weakness that persists. It's been choppy in the last 6 months odd. But last 1 year, the rally has been decent. It's moved up about 50 odd percent. It went up to all the way levels of 1000 plus, but thereafter there has been some weakness on Blue Jet. Has it run its course already, Nilesh? What would you really say, and how would you look at the future outlook on this one?
Well, Sakshi, we have seen a good run up in this particular counter. If you see, the run up went up to the levels of 1000. So now the chart is getting distorted because the stock is trading well below its all long-term and short-term moving average. In fact, today after 5% crack, the stock broke its 200-day long-term moving average as well. So unfortunately, the structure is looking on a weaker side. Today we have seen a price volume breakdown as well. So ideally, if somebody is holding the long position, should try to exit on pullbacks. If you are somewhere near your buy price, then that's the best approach to exit immediately. And if your buy price little higher, then wait for some bit of a pullback and sell on rise should be the strategy, because the structure looks weak for 700 to 660 on the lower side. So quite high chances of stock to test the levels of 650 as well going forward. So looks likely on a weaker side for next 2 to 3 months kind of time frame.
Okay, fair point. Let's take the next one. This one is from one of our viewers who's joining in again on our YouTube channel. This is Saurabh Goyal. He says, I have Raymond shares at 708. फेस्टिवल सीजन आ रहा है, तो क्या अभी मुझे इस शेयर को एवरेज आउट करना चाहिए करंट लेवल्स पर या नहीं, ये आपसे जानना चाहते हैं. और रेमंड के शेयर्स को अगर हम देखें करंटली 626 पर चल रहा है, 708 की इनकी परचेज प्राइस है, तो उससे नीचे आ चुका है. कैसे अभी आप देखते हैं इस शेयर को?
See, if you have bought it from a trading perspective, then I think stop loss should be placed at 600, because 600 काफी strong support है. उसके नीचे अगर फिसलता है तो 550 can be tested. Structure इतना promising नजर नहीं आ रहा है, because it is stuck in a very tight range. 700, 750 के आसपास supply हमें देखने को मिल रही है. Again, good part is that 600, 580 is a very strong support. So it is trading near support zone. There are high possibility of a pullback. This pullback may extend towards 680, 700. तो 700 के आसपास आता है तो एक बार फिर से रिव्यू करें, या तो फिर वहां पे अगर प्रॉफिट हो रहा है तो प्रॉफिट बांध देना चाहिए.
ओके, गॉट दैट. चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं और एक और सवाल लेते हैं हमारे खास दर्शकों में से. और नेक्स्ट हमारे पास जो क्वेश्चन आया है ये है जम्मू एंड कश्मीर पर. ये अश्वनी पाहवा देहरादून से पूछ रहे हैं. लिखते हैं 110 के रेट पर जम्मू एंड कश्मीर बैंक के शेयर्स इन्होंने खरीदे हुए हैं, और भी ये यहाँ पर वेट कर सकते हैं. क्या सलाह रहेगी इस शेयर के ऊपर?
देखिए, जम्मू एंड कश्मीर बैंक इज नॉट लुकिंग दैट अट्रैक्टिव. In fact, you have better options available if you want to play in PSU banks. You have SBI, Can Bank, BOB. In fact, you can also play Bank of India, Indian Bank as well. But JNK Bank, अगर ट्रेडिंग के पर्सपेक्टिव से लिया हुआ है, then only good part is that it is trading above its 200-day moving average, that is placed at 99. So first of all, keep a stop loss, stick stop loss at 99. उसके नीचे फिसलता है, ब्रेक करता है, then 90, 92 तक के लेवल टेस्ट हो सकते हैं. तो 99 के स्टॉप लॉस से एक बार के लिए होल्ड करके चल सकते हैं. 108, 110 तक की अपसाइड के चांसेस है, वो लेवल्स हमें देखने को मिल सकते हैं पुल बैक के पर्सपेक्टिव से. बट कोई बड़ी अपसाइड की गुंजाइश हमें यहाँ पर नजर नहीं आती है. I would advise, if at all it reaches 110, 114, then you can shift your position to Can Bank, BOB and the names that we have just mentioned.
ओके, चलिए यहाँ पर भी आपको सलाह मिल चुकी है. नेक्स्ट हम लेते हैं एक और सवाल, और ये सवाल हमारे पास आया है अलका सिंह का. ये पूछना चाहती हैं यूनाइटेड ब्रूरीज के बारे में. 1850 लेवल्स पर खरीदा हुआ है, 6 मंथ्स पहले खरीदा है, और 1 साल तक का इनका नजरिया है. यूनाइटेड ब्रूरीज लिकर स्पेस से अभी आपको कैसा लगता है?
See, UPL right now is at 1850. I think it's the same price that he has bought. So overall structure इतना promising नहीं है. In fact, it's looking slightly on a weaker side. अगर weaker space में ही if you are looking for better options, then you have Radico, Khaitan. Radico in fact looking much better within the weaker space. And 3200 plus तक के levels वहाँ पे देखने को मिल सकते हैं. With a stop loss below 2700, Radico can be a better option. But as far as UBL is concerned, 1810 should be your stop loss as of now. उसके नीचे ब्रेक करता है then exit from the long. And in case if you see any pullbacks toward 1920, 1980, तो भी यहाँ से exit करने की सलाह होगी क्योंकि स्ट्रक्चर थोड़ा सा वीक है.
ठीक है, चलिए यहाँ पर भी आपको पूरी तरीके से राय मिल गई है. एक और सवाल लेंगे और उसके बाद नीलेश जी के पसंदीदा स्टॉक्स को भी जानेंगे. नेक्स्ट हमारे पास सवाल आया है चेतन का. ये लिखते हैं, शुड आई कंटिन्यू टू होल्ड ओलेक्ट्रा ग्रीन टेक फॉर फ्यूचर? चेतन, वी डू नॉट हैव योर एग्जिस्टिंग लेवल्स एट विच यू हैव बॉट दिस स्टॉक, सो दैट वुड हैव एक्चुअली गिवन आवर गेस्ट अ बेटर आइडिया ऑफ वेदर एट दिस लेवल ऑल्सो you should continue to hold on or not, but we'll take an overview on the stock right now from the current levels as to how it looks. Nilesh ji, क्या सलाह देंगे?
See, that's a coincidence. So Olectra we have recommended to our client at 1540 last week. Now it has almost reached our target, but still we are optimistic, we are positive on this particular counter. 1800 plus kind of levels can be seen. So 1800 के ऊपर तक ये काउंटर जा सकता है. अगर खरीदारी निचले स्तरों की है, लो लेवल पर खरीदारी की है, तो यहाँ पर ट्रेलिंग स्टॉप लॉस 1620 का लगाएं और बने रहें. अगर खरीदारी ऊपरी स्तरों की है तो भी मेरे ख्याल से यहाँ पर बने रहना चाहिए क्योंकि काउंटर में पोटेंशियल है कि 1800 तक के लेवल और उसके ऊपर भी काउंटर निकल सकता है. अगर 6 महीने का टाइम होराइजन है तो 1900 2000 तक के भी लेवल यहाँ पे देखने को मिल सकते हैं. बट यू शुड कीप अ ट्रेलिंग स्टॉप लॉस एज ऑफ नाउ 1620 से 1600 के आसपास है, वो जरूर मेंटेन करें.
ओके, गॉट दैट. चलिए, यहाँ पर भी आपको पूरी तरीके से राय मिल चुकी है और अब जानते हैं नीलेश जी से उनके पसंदीदा शेयर भी, और क्या पता जब तक वो बताएं तब तक एक बार फिर से आपको 25,000 के लेवल्स भी दिख जाएं बाजार में. नीलेश जी बताइए, पसंदीदा शेयर्स आपके कौन से हैं?
बिल्कुल, देखिए यहाँ पर साक्षी खरीदारी की सलाह है डिक्सन टेक्नोलॉजी ये पर्टिकुलर काउंटर में. रीजन बीइंग दिस पर्टिकुलर स्टॉक हैज गिवन अ गुड इनवर्स एचएनएस पैटर्न ब्रेकआउट और एक कंसोलिडेशन काफी लंबे समय से यहाँ पर देखने को मिल रहा था. वी सॉ इन बिटवीन अ डीपर करेक्शंस एज वेल, बट नाउ जिस हिसाब से द काउंटर हैज ब्रोकन आउट फ्रॉम इट्स 17,000 बैरियर, looks like it is heading towards 18,000, but conservative target could be 17,500, 17,600, and the next target could be 18,000 from a position perspective. So stop loss रखना होगा 16,600 का. थोड़ा सा पोजीशन नजरिया रखे तो यहाँ पर बेहतर प्रोस्पेक्ट बनते हुए नजर आ रहे हैं. इट्स अ बाय एंड डिक्लाइन काइंड ऑफ स्ट्रक्चर, शुड बी इन द पोर्टफोलियो and look strong for 17,600, 18,000 kind of levels. Apart from that, another stock we have already mentioned about Olectra that we have already recommended to our client as well as a part of disclaimer. We are still bullish on this particular counter towards 1720, 1780, but यहाँ पर स्ट्रेटेजी ये होनी चाहिए कि it's already up 8%, so बेहतर होगा कि थोड़ी सी डिप पर खरीदारी करें. If it falls in the range of 1640, 1660, that could be a good entry point. Keeping a stop loss below 1620, Olectra can also be added in the portfolio.
Okay, fair point. I hope this has also helped you out. All right then, Nilesh, thank you so much for being with us on the program and helping us with all your view on the markets as well as on solving the questions of our viewers as well. Always a pleasure. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you, Sakshi.
All right, viewers, we'll get into the second